I just want to ask if everybody that's on this call, because this is our leadership call, so it's going to be a totally different level of conversation than we would have with our new consultants. So does everybody that's on this call right now feel that they're in a place where they are desiring growth, whether it's income growth, self-development growth, business growth, team growth? Is everybody on the same page that you are wanting to grow? I just want to make sure, because I'm going to gear the call for the leaders differently than we would for new consultants. So everybody's in a mindset of growth. Before I really get into it, can you guys also, we are going to probably put some dates down. So if you have your calendars handy, pull them out, your planners that you use, your calendars. And if you have a notebook and a pen. So I'll give you guys a couple seconds to grab that. So while you're grabbing your notebook and pen, I want you to think about and jot down a couple words that you feel describe to you, adjectives that would describe a good leader, or what you would want to get from a leader. Max, come here. So when you think of leadership, what you would get from a leader, what kind of things motivate you, just a couple words, and jot them down. And actually, if anybody can go around and they want to share, just unmute and share, one or two words that pop in your mind. And if you can't unmute or you don't know how, you can type it in the chat.
I'll go ahead, Gina.
Go ahead, Kat.
So I wrote down vision, passion, and organization.
Okay.
I have a few. Gina.
Go ahead.
Direction, encouragement, and constructive criticism.
Good ones. I like it.
I have a few, Gina. Motivating, strong, and a role model.
Good. Like those.
I have inspirational, structured, and consistency.
Like it. Anybody have anything that's different? We see on the side here, Kara wrote guidance, vision, unwavering, decisive.
One thing I have down is serves others as a leader. You're also a server.
Okay.
Mine are inspiring, funny, raw, and vulnerable.
Okay.
The only one I haven't heard so far is 2 words, but it's going first. Somebody who goes first.
Yeah, that's good. Awesome. Okay, good. I like them all. So I want you guys now on your piece of paper to write E, the letter E, and I'll put it in the chat, E, and then write C and R. Write that on your paper. You're not going to share these. You're not going to share this. But I want you guys to think about, do you guys know what 90 days ago was? It was celebration. 90 days ago, we're 90 days after our big company event where we all got super pumped up. We all got inspired. We all were motivated. We all had set huge goals for ourselves. And we're at the 90 days right now from celebration, 3 months. So I want you guys to just, again, you're not going to share this out loud. I want you to write down the number for E, a number of enrollments that you personally enrolled, the number of consultants that you personally created, and the number of rank advancements that you personally helped in your team in the last 90 days. I'll be right back. I got to let my dog out. Okay, so you don't have to share this. First of all, and you don't have to admit it, But just think about it. Was anybody kind of clueless? Like they weren't sure how many enrollments they had or how many consultants they created? If you're not sure, I'm here to tell you that's a problem. And I'm going to explain why on this call tonight, because you need to know your numbers. Your numbers is your business. Okay. So if you really want to treat this like a business and you don't know your numbers, the truth is it's not a business to you. It's a hobby. And that's just honestly the truth bomb. Next, I want to tell you guys that the whole business is about enrolling and rank advancing. So we enroll people and we want to rank advance them. So that's what you want to focus on. So that's why I want you to think about 90 days ago when you were at Celebration, the event. We're all inspired. We're all excited. We all set goals. And now we're at the 90-day point. And so I really want tonight to be a lot of reflection of what the last 90 days have been like, and then some maybe a little bit of a wake-up call, and also new direction for all of us and how we can work together. And I do have some ideas for you guys. And I have been working with the numbers all week. I do pay attention to my numbers. I'll tell you guys, I'm going to be, like somebody said, leaders go first, and set an example. I will share with you my numbers. I will tell you that August, we closed on our house. We didn't have a place to live for 2 weeks. We had to move. It was a little crazy. But I stayed consistent. I did not enroll a lot of people. I didn't think I enrolled anybody in August. But in the last 90 days, I've had 8 enrollments. I've created 4 new consultants. And I had 1 consultant rank advance, 2 manager. And I have 1 person that has 1, she has to enroll 1 more to be a consultant. So that would be my 5th. And then I have 2 more people that I've enrolled that I'm working. They are very interested in the business. 1 came in for the business. So I am doing the do. I'm not going to ask you to do anything that I'm not doing. But this is what we need to do. I mean, we need to enroll as leaders. You know, we're all the leaders here. So we need to be out there doing what we want our team to do. And I'm going to give you guys some things that I've done that I've worked to try to see if that helps you guys. But I really want to focus also on the numbers, and then also give you guys some new ideas I have for us as leaders. Here's some other numbers, guys. In our group of our directors, so 90 days ago at Celebration, we had 13 people that were directors. So 13 directors in August that were in our, our Facebook group. Out of those 13 people, 1 person has since rank advanced to executive. That was Sean. So that was good. That's what you want to do. You want to go from director to executive. We have 2 people still at director, Roz, who actually had another new consultant, and Rochelle. That means 10 of the directors in our team, guys, right now are not active directors. They dropped. And I'm not telling you guys this at all as like anybody to feel bad. I just want to show, we have to pay attention. I have to pay attention to the numbers, and I'm going to explain why I'm looking at this. So 10 out of 13 of our directors are not even directors. They're recognized, but Isogenics is very nice. They recognize you once you hit something, but they're not maintaining a director. They're actually losing consultants since Celebration. Now, we did an executive night out. There was 10 of us. Sean obviously just is a recent executive, so it wasn't him. But there were 10 of us. Sandra and I treated 8 of you guys. Right now, Sandra and I are the only active executives. Now, I do have to say Alejandra literally just lost 1, and she usually has 13 to 14. And Alejandra does an amazing job in Mexico leading her team on her own. So that's just kind of weird that it just happened this week for you, because I'm pretty sure you probably would have been active. But you guys, there was 10 of us at that executive dinner telling our goals, how we were going to strive for more, how, all of these things that we shared, and it's 90 days later and nobody's even active as an executive. I think that's a problem, and I'll tell you why. Our team is not going to continue to grow unless our leaders grow. So I really wanted to look at the numbers. I have so much data for you guys tonight. It's going to blow your mind. But this is what I have thought of. I've talked to Sandra about it. remember when we were saying to you guys, we want to see you lead, like directors and above, start your own group and lead. And we're so excited. We're like, we think this is the ticket. Sandra and I were like, that's what they needed. They need to be kind of set free so they could do their thing, step into their leadership. Now let's focus on our new consultants. And at first it seemed great because a lot of you guys hit executive. You pushed really hard, and we really thought that is what was going to be needed to happen in order to see you guys grow and lead your own team. And I'm looking now, Eric Worre always says, you have to plan, do, and review. And I'm reviewing that. And I'm a little concerned because we kind of assumed it was going to duplicate. Like, we have a system now. Here's your system. You guys take off, do your thing, do your own calls. And we don't have active executives. So I'm thinking that I think what you guys might need is more of us, like, more leadership, more connection, more inspiration, more accountability, because maybe we thought, and look, Sandra and I are similar in a way that we are very self-motivated. We're very competitive. We kind of have our own, like, we're a little obsessive about our goals. We set our own goals and we hit them. So I think we assume that everybody is motivated the same way, and that's incorrect. We learned that in UIA, right, with personalities and stuff. Everybody's motivated differently. So I've talked to Sandra about it too. I really want to reassess this because, and you guys could totally correct me if I'm wrong, I feel like a lot of you on here might need a little more unity, more working together, more accountability. That's what might motivate you guys, because we need you. Team Break Free will not grow if there's no leaders rising up. We do not want to have only 2 people, 6-figure earners on stage. We do not want to only have 2 executives getting paid in executive pools. Like, we really want to see our team rise, and we want to see the leaders lead their own teams. And so I'm looking at all the numbers here, and I just feel something is missing. One thing I think is going to be a good idea, and I talked to Sandra about it, and you guys don't have to do this. If it's not connecting to you, you don't have to, okay? You might get off this call and feel like, no, I really just don't want to lead. I don't want to be a leader. I don't want my own team. But I think every 2 weeks we need to have a call with all of us. And I think we need to set goals and keep each other accountable and talk about what we're doing. And I just feel like maybe that's what you guys need. So I want you to kind of think about that through the call. But for us, we really thought it was going to duplicate, like, kind of, okay, great, we bring up people to director, go ahead, lead your team. And now I'm working with new consultants. I know Sandra's working with new consultants. And then we take a look at our reports, and my leaders aren't, everybody's dropping consultants. They're not creating more consultants, dropping consultants. So it's a problem. I'll tell you though, I created 4 new consultants. Sandra created 4 new consultants. Sean created at least 3 new consultants. It's not impossible. People are doing it. Okay, so I have to, you guys have your planners right now. Look, tell me what the last 30 days look like. How many 3-way calls have you done? How many open the box calls? How many people have you reached out to? Do you have an active list? Look at the last 60 days, last 90 days. If your planner will tell the story. How many conversations have you guys had? And I'm just going to get real raw and real here. I'm going to be honest. I don't know if a lot of the leaders are actually doing the do. Is it we want the downline to do it, but like the leaders have to do it too. You have to create, you cannot hold on to a couple consultants that you've been working with and drag them and complain about them that they're not doing anything. Go out and talk to new people, guys. And here's the thing, it's an energy. When you feel like you're only going to have these people and you're frustrated and you're trying to drag them, it's an energy that you're giving off to the universe. But if you're out there and you are like finding your next rock star, that's your mindset. I'm finding my next rock star. I'm talking to everybody. Like, and you're out there and you're grinding, that's a different energy. I believe that the universe is just reacting to what you're putting out. So really think about the last 90 days, you guys. Did you do the best you can when you sat there at celebration and set goals? It's 90 days later. I want you to review your action. and think about it tonight after the call. What could you have done differently? You know, what could you improve on, or are you happy with that? I mean, look, if you're saying, you know what, I'm kind of fine where I am. I'm not going to try and, you know, force this on anybody. I just want to try to find the right way to motivate you guys, because I mean, I left that dinner thinking, wow, these girls are going to rock this. And I thought all those directors are going to get to executive. And I mean, it's disappointing to see. I mean, I'm not going to lie. I mean, if you say you have a whole team of leaders, and then when you look and you see really what's active compared to what's recognition versus active. I mean, I was there. I hit executive within, I don't know, 10 months, not even just telling people to share with 2 people. It fell off. I fell off. I wasn't really leading anybody. You know, I had to redo that again. I had to start over. So, you know, just really think about that, because a leader truly has a team to lead. They're not just it's not a label. You truly are out there. You're doing the do. You're going first, and you are linking with your people, and you are showing them the way. And I'm going to give you guys a lot of great things to use after tonight's call. But really reflect on, look at your planner. Look at your planner the last 90 days, guys. Do you have calls in there scheduled? How many new people did you talk to? Just you alone, the ECR, enrollments, consultants, and rank advancements. I'll admit my issue is getting the consultant to go up from there, to hit manager, director, and above. And now my focus is to have you guys continue to stay at your rank or go up, not lose it. That's where I need to work on. But my enrollments, my connections, I'm out there talking to people. I'm telling people to share. I'm creating consultants. But I will be honest, I have to work on how to get those consultants to then grow from there. But you cannot feel comfortable with your 5 and 5, and that half of them might not even really be interested. Because if you're complaining that your team isn't showing up, and they're not coming on your calls, and they're not on the, you know, team meetings, and they're not posting, go get new people, guys. You have no idea how many new people I've had to get over the years. Always, always, always. Sandra always says, when she wasn't that interested, I didn't sit there and wait for her. No, I did not. I kept going and kept going and kept going, and I was consistent, and she saw that. So when the time was right, she saw, do you think she would have reached out to me if I didn't put the vision out there that I was on track to make 6 figures, if I didn't stay consistent? But I didn't bug her to come with me. You have to just keep going out there. Those people, if they see it, they'll come to you when they're ready. Okay? But you guys, there's an energy attached to what you're doing when you're dragging people. And you really have to think, how does that make you feel when you look and you see your person in grace period again? Or they did not come on the team call again. How does it make you feel? Those feelings multiply. So you have got to switch your focus and stop focusing on that and go and start over and get out there and just talk to new people, create a new team. You've got to get new consultants. If you're not creating consultants, you are not creating a team, period. I'm going to give you guys some numbers, and then I'm going to give you guys some ideas that we are going to rock out the rest of the year, and we're going to start the next year really strong. So first of all, I wanted to tell you guys that in my downline, in August, there were 166 new enrollments in August. In September, 194. And in October, 162. New people in my downline, you guys. If only 10% of those shared, that would be 42 new builders. Where are these people? You know, my mind was blown. I have got to reach down and find out how these people are being brought in. They're in my downline, being brought in, and nobody wants to share it. What's the retention? What's happening? It's a lot of people. Do you guys believe that? I was pretty mind blown about how many people are actually enrolling in my downline and not sharing. The last 30 days, this is just recent 30 days, 110 new enrollments. Out of those 110 new enrollments, 27 in the last 30 days, 27 rank advancements. Most of those rank advancements were new consultants. And out of those 27 rank advancements, 9 of those came from the leaders. Roz had 1, Meredith had 1, Sandra and I each had 2, and Sean had 3 in the last 30 days. Does anybody know what week we are on in the Leader in Action calendar? Sandra knows, I know. Sean, you know? We're in the 3rd week. If you guys are not looking at, I do everything by that calendar. I don't care if you're an executive or not. You've got to follow that calendar. And I have it on in my office. I have a chalkboard. Week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. How many enrollments have I had? How many rank advancements? Because these things matter. And you have got to, this is why I follow that. And that's why I'm in the top 30, within the top 30 for Leader in Action. I want to get to top achievers. I'm trying to get in the top 15 so I get my flights too. But I'm like focused on it. But even if there's no prize at the end, this is what's going to grow your business. You need to know what the weeks are, and you need to enroll people, and you need to create consultants. Okay, so we have had 27 rank advancements in Team Break Free in the last 30 days. We've got to step it up as leaders, guys. And we have got to see where can we improve and what are we avoiding. And I know Stephanie likes this quote. The results that you desire is in the work you're avoiding. What are you avoiding, guys? Think about it. I'm not, I want this to be a real raw and real, like, open you up and like, whoa, I've got to make some changes. What are you avoiding? Are you just not even talking? I mean, how many weeks go by and did you even have a conversation? Okay. Just some other numbers just for you guys. From November of 2016 to October of 2017, so it's that year that had passed, so last year, Isogenics had 346 businesses that had 6-figure earners, 24 7-figure earners, and 4 businesses earned over $2 million in that year. So I just thought that was a cool stat. From September 2018 report, I was 178 income earner, and Sandra, you were 150. I don't know if you saw that recent report. So we want to see other people in Team Break Free on these reports. And we want to see you guys earning in the pools. And, this is major financial security when you get into that. Major financial security. We set up, I'll be honest with you guys. I don't know if you know that our upline does not do incentive rewards or trips. Like the Escobars, they don't even buy you a drink at the bar. So we didn't want to be like that. Sandra and I want to reward our people. That's why we did the executive night out. And, I just really, really thought that I was going to charge our executives. I really did. I thought they were going to leave there and just knock it out of the park. And to see 90 days later that actually everybody's losing consultants left and right is, honestly, it's heartbreaking. And then we did that spa thing. We want to do that spa thing. And I'm like, is anybody even trying to get to the spa? Maybe that doesn't motivate you guys. I don't know. Maybe that stuff doesn't motivate you. And you have to maybe talk to us and tell us what fires you up, what helps you push through. But here's what I want to ask you. I know that every single one of you had to have a week where you hit something, right? Because either you hit a director or you hit executive. All of you have hit that. That week, that push that you went for that, guys, and you were like so focused on it. I want you to think about that right now. What was that period of time, whether it was 2, 3, 4 weeks, I don't know. But what was that period of time like for you when you were pushing for a goal? And I know that some of you were hitting that executive that last minute. But when you were pushing for that, what was your energy like? What were you doing? Were you stepping out of your comfort zone way more? Were you more creative? Were you reaching out? Were you asking for referrals? You guys have to do that stuff all the time. It cannot just be for that one time, or you're never going to grow your business. You'll be stagnant and you'll drop. That energy that you push into those times that you're going for a goal is what your business should look like 80% of the time. I'm going to give you guys 20% because there's going to be times that you're going to have family visiting, or you're going to be away, or you're going to just need some downtime. But that drive, that fire needs to be lit 80% of the time. Not that one week that you're pushing to hit a rank that you could drop in a day. It's you've got to have sustainable goals that keep going. So I want to help you guys. And I know Sandra's on the same page with helping you guys with goals. So anybody who wants to, we'll do this call every 2 weeks, and we are going to keep each other accountable on helping our team rank advance and enrolling new people. Because that's how you grow a business. You enroll, rank advance, roll, rank advance. And this is going to be something mind-blowing to you guys. The last 30 days, we had 110 new enrollments in my downline. 59 people in the last 30 days were added to Team Break Free. Where are these people? Are they being guided? Here's what I'm thinking might be happening. Are we enrolling somebody and like putting them in groups and then like mentioning that they could probably get their products paid for and then that's it? I don't know, but I'm going to give you guys a couple pointers tonight. One is I'm going to tell you I did a 30-day health and wealth boot camp. It was for brand new people that came in for products, but they were interested in the business too. And a lot of them had been like maybe on the products a couple weeks. And I basically had them 30 days. Every day I texted them so they had some kind of motivation about the nutrition and something to do, whether it's to post on Facebook or was it to talk to people. I had weekly calls. So altogether, I think there were five calls with them. Every person that I brought in, I had a Zoom with them in their back office. Are you guys doing those Zooms with your people? You bring them in, get us on a Zoom. Let me show you my back office. Every person you enroll, you have got to imagine may possibly be your next rock star. Show them the way. Be there for them. Don't just drop them in a group and think that they're going to like be inspired on their own. Show them. I'm going to give you an example. First of all, out of that group, I had, I believe, at least 4 people became consultants within that first 30 days. 2 weren't my personally enrolled. They were in my downline. And then I had another girl who I enrolled who kind of wasn't that serious, and now she went back on. She got in. She had 7 enrollments. I was on them every day they got to. Now, did everybody do it? No. There were some people that I actually didn't personally enroll that my downline asked if they could be on and they didn't show up. And that's okay. I didn't make calls with them or I didn't reach out. They were on the text. They got the emails. They were on if they wanted to be on the calls, they could. I have literally told them exactly step by step. You bring somebody in, you show them. I practiced on the phone with them. This is what I say. Okay, now you try it. Okay, well, see, you're kind of going to, I worked with them. Do you know, I had one girl, she enrolled 3 new people. And I just said to her the other day, hey, are any of your people like sharing so they can get their products paid for too? Do you know what she said? After she did my 30-day boot camp. Do you know what she said to me? Oh, that's a good idea. You guys, I thought it was obvious. I just spent 30 days like literally showing you. And then I said to her, are your people going to try to share so they get their products paid for? And she said, oh, I should let them know about that. That's a good idea. And I'm like, you guys, these new people are clueless. They're clueless. And I mean, I was even coaching her, but I have to still give that one-on-one attention. Okay. Do you see what I'm saying? I think sometimes we assume that they're just going to know. I mean, even when we're telling them, right? Like, and training them. And then it's just like, oh, that's a good idea. Well, duh, that's what I've been teaching you. What the heck were you doing? But in her mind, maybe she just wasn't thinking because she tried to get them on the products. And I don't know where the missing communication was. But my point is, it really was like mind-blowing to me of how much work it takes when somebody first starts. You need to be in contact with them. This is what I said to her. Send this to them. And I typed it out for her. I'm not going to enable people forever, but you do need to help them when they get started. Are you doing that? When you have a new enrollment, are you being there to say, okay, where's your people? And Sandra had a great call the other day too. She said the same thing. I mean, these people are hearing it, but you've got to do it with them. You've got to do it with them. Who are some people? Let's post on Facebook. What are you thinking to post? Edit it. I had one girl, I thought, oh my gosh, I think she posted just like a picture of a pack or something. It wasn't it was nothing of what we train on. I had to call her and say, no, that's not the right picture. We need to guide these people. We need to train them. That's how you're going to create consultants, you guys, by helping them. They're not going out and going to do it. But if you say, hey, who are a couple people that have been commenting on your weight loss? Somebody's had to ask you, I want to help you get your products paid for next month. You've got to have the conversations with them. If they really truly aren't interested, they're going to tell you, leave them alone. They'll say, they'll tell you. But you guys might be missing a lot of new consultants by just expecting them to get excited on their own. Because what I have learned is sometimes people are not self-starters and they're not motivated on their own. And they need guidance. And we need to hold hands a little longer. And that is what I'm finding to be very successful. And it's time consuming. It's time consuming, you guys. But after a few weeks and after they get their first few enrollments and then after you see that they're getting it on their own, you're going to have a strong consultant who's getting paid and who will stay with you. So it's worth it. So that's one thing we can change. Another thing I think we should do, and Sandra and I talked about this, is weekly product opportunities. Like, in other words, we do the once a month business opportunity focus. Every week, we do a Wednesday night, Wellness Wednesday, to hear about our 30-day system. And we can have a theme if it is like holiday survival or if it's the new year. And if not, it's just to hear about the 30-day, 30-day to optimal health. Whatever we want to do, we can brainstorm, but more product driven to get people who are maybe interested in our downline. I mean, hundreds of people, 2, 4, 5, over 500 people in the last 3 months have enrolled in a pack. That's a lot. They need to have a place to send people that are interested because they probably are very busy and they are not talking about isogenics. If we have a weekly call that we can just say, look, every Wednesday we have a call. Why don't you try to get a couple of your friends to do this with you? Join the call Wednesday. I'll coach you guys all together. You'll be in our group. You guys will keep each other accountable. It'll be great. Okay? I think that would be a good idea. And us as leaders, not every one of you are going to leave this call and feel like you want to do this. You might not. And that's okay, guys. If you don't feel it in your heart, it's okay. But if you are feeling stuck and you are like really upset about the last 90 days that you dropped off your rank and that you have not created any new consultants and you've hardly had any enrollments, if that bugs the crap out of you and you want to make a change, then every 2 weeks we're going to do this call and we're going to keep each other accountable. I'll tell you even names of people I'm working on so that in 2 weeks, I'll have it all in my notebook and we can all talk about it. We could be real. And guess what? Not everybody's going to have success. We're going to have some that are going to never call us back and we're all going to go through it together. And that's okay. But it might make us 10% braver if we do it together. Let me see if there's any other numbers I wanted to share. But those numbers are crazy, guys. And I'm going to be looking at my numbers. And I want to share something with you guys. When Rod and I started our fitness business, it started as a hobby. And I remember him coming home with piles of cash and checks and putting on the counter and being like, I don't remember who paid us today. And I'm like, this is not a business. This is not a business. It looks like he robbed a bank. It was like money and it was like the first of the month and everybody was renewing and it was just not. I said, we have got to organize this business. And that's when we started doing online payments and everything. And then I was watching The Profit. Did you guys ever watch The Profit? Marcos something? Oh, it's a good show. Marcus is the name. Marcus, something with an L. He goes and he fixes broken businesses. And every episode that I watched, he says the same things. You've got to know your numbers. If you do not know your numbers, you do not run a business. And I said to Rod, we need to know our numbers. We should know how many members we have right now, how many people quit, how many people are frozen memberships. Like every month we need to have a report. And I started doing that. And it really made a difference. Because otherwise I'm like, somebody asked me one time, I think it was our accountant, how many members do you need to break even and keep your business running? And I'm like, I don't know. How many members do you guys have right now? I don't know. That's bad. We got to know our numbers in this too. So if you are telling me that you're treating this like a business, but you do not know your numbers, then you're not. It's a hobby to you. And I'm just going to break the news to you. It's a hobby to you. It's not a business. If you are not literally working at this every weekday at least, it's not a business. It's not. If you don't have a schedule and you don't have days that you do calls and that you don't even post in our support groups and you don't even tag people in something interesting or comment on things so that the news, you're not involved, you're not contributing, it's not a business. So, you got to really make a decision, because to have a recognized rank that's not real is not going to do you any good. Because honestly, what is that? Right? If you're not earning at that rank, is it really that great for you? So I think that all of these changes are good. I think that it was trial and error. I think Sandra and I really thought when we were saying, spread your wings, do your team calls, directors and above, do your own, that we felt that was going to motivate you guys to step into leadership and you were going to fly from there. And we were really excited about that. I don't think that was the best method for a lot of you, because I see the numbers. And at the end of the day, the numbers don't lie. So I think that the accountability is super important for a lot of you guys. And the effort of us all working together is important to you guys to grow. Does that make sense? All right, so let's open it up. And I really hope you guys know where I'm coming from. I love my team. Like, I could cry right now. I love you guys so much. And I want to see you guys rise. I want to see you guys just lead your own teams and grow, and not only grow with the income, but really grow and on a personal level. And I know a lot of you have seen my journey, and you know that's happened for me. And I want to see that in you guys so bad. And I just needed to get a little raw and real and kind of call you guys out, because I'm going to be honest, when those 8 people I enrolled in the last 90 days, do you know how many conversations I've had? How many people I've reached out to? A lot. I still get a lot of no's. The one week that we did the belly buster thing that I had 17 actual connections. So not only did I post and did I, put it out there in the Facebook world, of social media, I had 17 actual connections, like messaging, like really trying to work with people. Out of those 17, I had 3 enroll. That's my numbers. So I know that if you guys aren't enrolling, you're not talking to people. You're not talking to enough people. And if you're not creating consultants, you're depending on the ones that are not doing anything right now for you. And I just know, because I know that that's what it is. So we have to get really real about our vision, and we have to get brave. And, here's the thing, guys, the posting on social media and then hoping somebody reaches out to you is going to be a very slow climb. It's going to be a slow climb. You've got to do more than that. And Facebook's not what it used to be anymore. People aren't seeing things as much. So being very clear about who you are and who you want to attract is important. But you've got to go out with the posture and work on your posture. If you feel like it's not great, you've got to work on it, practice with each other, and get out there. And, guys kind of feel like I'm going out and I'm finding my team. I'm going to attract this team. And I'm telling you, your energy is going to shift. I guarantee you guys that a lot of you, not everybody, but a lot of you have an like, I want to say negative, but I don't mean in that, but like this energy that's not attracting leaders. It's not, because you feel a lot of self-doubt. You're questioning yourself. You're unsure. You're frustrated. Maybe you're blaming your team for not doing things, or maybe they're not showing up and it bothers you. That is hard to fake. It's hard to fake that. If you feel that here, that's your energy. It's not something you could say, I'm going to pretend I don't feel that way and I'm going to go out there. You've got to really work on that. So that's why if you have somebody that you're dragging, then you've got to say, okay, I can't focus on it, because it's that energy is going to be right here, and that's spreading. spreading, and you're going to get more of the same. So if something's not working, you've got to change it up, right? So I'm going to open this up, guys. Let's just talk. Do you guys like the ideas so far? Do you like the, every Wednesday we'll do a call, and I want to see my leaders step up on those calls and host them. You guys have to learn how to operate Zoom. For God's sake, I had to. I had to learn. It took me a couple months to record, but I had to do it. I had to find these recordings. I had to, right? So, we have the PowerPoints done. We need leaders to step up and host. Another thing, guys, step up in the groups. Like, you want the people you're bringing in to see you as a leader. What is your value that you could bring? And I know a lot of you are doing it already, but some of you could do a lot more. What is your audience looking at in that group? Are they just seeing a bunch of other leaders doing all of it, or are they really seeing their leader? And I'm talking about in Finish Fit and Body Alive. You guys, Finish Fit for the last year and a half has been Team Break Free's customer board, where we can really focus on those. That's our pool of customers that we want to rise up. And I mean, that's not a fitness group that Rod and Jesse are doing. That only lasted a couple of months, you guys. They just totally dropped the ball. Like, Finish Fit is like your customer base with your downline. Like, let them see like what you're made of, what it would be like to be part of your team. What value do you bring? And Body Alive, prospects in there, got to be involved. Okay. And that's just the easiest thing to do. That should be like the no-brainer stuff. You could do that while you're in the toilet. Okay. But you got to get out there. You guys have got to get out there. You've got to have conversations. I have been doing a lot of social media more for just random connections. Connect. It's not just posting and thinking somebody's going to reach out. Like, literally go in and connect, go in groups, everything, private message people for things, but like with the intent that you're just connecting to lead up to it, but be working at that. That is just part of it. But there's more you guys could be doing. I know there is. If there's that many enrollments, you guys can have those enrollments too. Okay. So I'm opening this up to anybody that has any feedback, anything to say, please. We're family.
So I feel like I always go first. I was always that kid in school too. Like, I just can't shut up. I'm happy to hear that you're saying this and bringing it up, because I think that my last team call was, are you guys okay? Is everybody okay? I think my team hit like a seasonal depression kind of moment. And the thing I realized is, when you have your team that you are running and you are the only person on that team that is, hit any level of a consultant, because I don't even have a manager on my team, I am bearing the weight of motivating everybody. And I think that I really miss the big team calls. I miss having the support of everybody else too, because I can't do it all. And it's been kind of a testament to how hard you all work and how hard, building Team Break Free really was. So first, I wanted to say that I appreciate, the leadership of this team. I didn't realize how much energy just goes into that. So one of my consultants yesterday actually asked me, I feel like I'm giving my people too many groups to manage. Where do you want me to put people? And I said Team Break Free. I'm not saying that I want to totally get rid of my team page, but I think that if I'm adding, I think that should be the message, to add them there. And then if we need to kind of, section them off, then to put them in my team page. And I was kind of wondering people's thoughts on how they're handling the two kind of groups, along with Finish Fit, along with Body Alive.
That's a good question. So anybody that has the group separate have anything?
I'll talk. So I did jump in. I heard most of your earlier stuff, Gina. Sorry, I was in the car, but I did hear all of that. And that was awesome motivation, and you're 1,000% right on all of your points. I appreciate your real and raw. We don't always get real and raw from Gina. I'm loving that side. What I am finding is working in my small team page, or what I've been doing, which I think is has been a little bit of a trial and error for me, has been I've been putting brand new people that are interested in maybe getting their products paid for, and not saying no right away to me about wanting to share products. I put them in Team Elevate and tag them in kind of our introductory kinds of posts. And then when they get excited or they tell me they want more and they're not overwhelmed by anything, I add them to Team Break Free and start tagging them along in that. So I don't know if that's good or bad, really. Seems like it's working okay. Most of the time they end up getting put in Team Break Free because I feel like at that point they're seeing a lot more people making money. And I think that excites them. I just haven't been putting them right away in Team Break Free because sometimes I feel like I want to spoon feed a few things like, here's a cycle, here are the rank advancements. And we do a lot of that a little more baby step stuff in Team Elevate, where I repeat myself a little bit more.
Okay.
So I don't know, Kat, if that.
Yeah, I think that's what I was doing. I think the issue that I'm having is that I'm just alone, you know, so
yeah.
it's just me. And I think that I'm struggling with getting my team to rank advance and to contribute. So I think that that's part of my problem, is the bigger problem, which is that I need to be creating leaders. Yeah. And that's not a them problem. That's a me thing. So yeah.
I'm going to be honest with you guys just really quick about Facebook groups, and you know what I've noticed with the 30-day health and wealth boot camp I did, which I thought was really good, because even a product user and you put them in a group, like, it's great to be in the group, but we're probably on Facebook a lot more than most people, right? Because like we do a lot of social media. So it is overwhelming, and some people are just really busy and they miss a lot of stuff. So it just, that 30-day coaching for me, what it showed me was how important that hand-holding is in the beginning. And I know, you know, we kind of got away from it because we don't want to over-coach. But again, these were people that wanted products and business. So you want to, you know, hold hands with somebody that wants to share it, because it's so important in the beginning. But even for the product user, you know, just putting them in groups and like talking to them once in a while, but you've got to really kind of make sure you're not skipping those early steps, like the open the box call and that connection. I think that's just so important. And I just see these numbers of new enrollments and I'm thinking, how are all these new enrollments, you know, like I feel like I want to dig down and almost like make sure that they know what they need to know. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like you guys, you know, having two groups, I get it. You might have to rework how you do that. But when you have somebody new that's open to sharing, just remember, you've got to say, all right, let me help you. Let me help you. You know, give me a list of people. You literally have to like pull it out of them. Here's what you should post. Here's an idea. Post this. Here's a message you could send people. You've got to give them everything. And that's what I really learned with that 30-day thing. And like I said, with that one girl, even after she went through my training and I said, how are your 3 people doing? So is anybody open to sharing? She's like, well, that's a great idea. Let me ask them. And I thought to myself, like, you know how Michael Klaus says the egg, like the obvious thing, you don't, you know? So I was like, wow, kind of thought that was the point of that whole journey I just took her through. But it made me realize, like, after she enrolled somebody, then I should have said, okay, great. Now, like, again, make sure you're saying this, this, and this. So I feel like we just got to go to that, guys. I really do. Because to have quantity of people coming in and not seeing the quality of builders is a little concerning, you know, that we want to have like, look at that pool of numbers and there's got to be, you know, a really great story in there somewhere.
No, that's actually my second question too, Gina. You kind of just hit it for me, is I don't know how to get my team to let me help them with their enrollments. I have 2 in particular that are monster enrollers and they have horrible retention. And it's because their people aren't getting paid. And every time I say, you know, let's do a call, I'll even offer you know, you guys, if you don't want to use me, you can ask Sandra and Gina or, you know, or Debbie or somebody else. And they're still like, no, I got it. And it's that tough line of, how do I say, no, you don't? I mean, you don't have it. You're losing all of your people. And it's exactly what you're saying, where it's like, I don't know how many more times I can say it or how to say it, but I don't know if it's a me delivery thing or if it's a them not wanting to receive it. kind of thing. But I feel bad that there are all these people that are not either having good product experiences or not being told that there is an opportunity at all.
Well, or something to consider is maybe they're not getting to their why, so maybe they're monster enrollers, but they're not getting to their why. And so it's like, I'll just return my products, no big deal, 30 days. You know what I'm saying? So like,
Yeah.
maybe being a little more like, hey, why don't you be a fly on the wall with a call with me to get to their why? You know what I'm saying? Because I think, like, I find if I don't get to people's why, like their real why, they're just, they don't get on the open the box call with me. They don't, they're not checking in with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, the people who I can get to their real why and I can reflect back to them, they're the ones that, so maybe they're not doing the do to get to that. So.
No, you're
Well,
right.
and Kat, I've had consultants that enroll, and I'm not sure that anything after that's happening. And I always see who's there enrolling, and I reach out, I friend them on Facebook, I introduce who I am. And you've just got to, this is the thing with the numbers and with the reports, you guys have got to know what's going on in your business. You've got to know what's going on in your business, and it's work, but you got to log in and see who's being enrolled, and you've got to just kind of reach out to the downline. And there are some consultants, and I have them too, who bring somebody in, and I have no idea what they're being told. And you've got to say, and if you have a good relationship, you're like, hey, do a 3-way message, introduce me so I'm there as support in case you're not available. And if their person's saying to you like, no, I don't want anything to do, there's nothing you could do, right? If they're like not going to work with you, Kat. But I think most people that I have that are just like kind of doing their own thing and enrolling somebody, and I just say, hey, listen, I saw you enrolled someone, do a 3-way message so they can get to know me, so they'll see my posts when I'm posting in the groups, so they could see that. Because if they're not friends with me, they're not even going to get notified. And this way they'll have more support. And I make sure I friend them and I keep an eye on it. And also I look in my people's downline and I see like if there's somebody that's going to be at 0 or they don't have an auto ship. And I say, hey, your girl Lynn, she's not on auto ship. Did you talk to her about her next month? If you need me to do a 3-way call with you, I can. But I'm telling you guys, you have got to look and it's not just about who you have, it's who your people have. Because there might be a real golden nugget under there somewhere,
Well,
What
exactly.
we're doing, I'm going to share you what we're doing in our team in Spanish. Our support group is that when we have someone that just got a package, we welcome them on the team, but not just a whole lot of welcome, blah, blah, blah. Congratulations because you just got your package, because then it turns into a super boring support group, right? We do that along with information about the omegas or recipe of a snack or whatever that brings good information for the team. But we usually say, like, if one of my consultants is welcoming one of their new associates, I ask her, like, tag me on it so I can welcome the person as well. And now I know that we have that new person, so I can keep an eye on the person and like what you're saying.
Yeah, you just have to really link arms. Like, when you bring in a new consultant, you really want to like kind of like merge with them and bring them along. And hey, you might have somebody that just is like totally gets it, and they're just like awesome, and you're like, oh my gosh, they're rare, but they're out there. But then you're gonna have a lot of people that it's just gonna take more hand holding, and in the beginning showing them. Like, I wasn't like that. Debbie will tell you, I was like, okay, I know what to do. Like, if I got a question, I'll let you know. I'm like, that's my personality. But what I've learned is like, most people aren't like that. A lot of people need they want to feel very secure, and like that security and that comfort level. So we just have to remember that and work with them, a little bit more. So I don't want to take it too long, but is everybody on board and open with the every 2 weeks that we just like keep each other accountable? And if you don't want to, again, if you get off this call and you're kind of like, I mean, I'm not going to lie to you guys. Leading a team, it's not easy. It's no joke. I love it. Like, I think it's fun. I love what I do. I have to force myself to take a break. So I love it. But I don't want anybody to ever feel like it's not fun. So it is fun. If you make it fun and you stop with the frustration and the, I gotta work. I mean, I'm sorry guys, but it's like, you guys have all been to events. It's just either do it. Like, I'm really just going to be wrong. But like, you either have got, just think about it, guys. 90 days ago, where were you when you were in celebration? What were your goals? Where did you want to be for New Year kickoff? And it's like, you got it. I'll keep you accountable. I'll motivate you. Sandra will keep you accountable. She'll motivate you. You guys have got to want it enough to get uncomfortable and to work. It's work. You got to look at your downline. You got to link arms with people. You've got to be organized. You've got to know your numbers. And I don't know who you guys don't know for yourself, but when you looked at when I said to tell me how many enrollments and new consultants you had and all that, if you didn't know your numbers or if you had a lot of zeros, I hope that you are like, shit, no, I'm better than this. And I hope that you are fired up to finish out this year super strong and to rock the next year. I really hope that you felt that way. And when I said open your planner or your calendar and tell me what your last 30 days look like, what kind of activity, was it a wake-up call? Are you like, I got to do more? I'm not doing enough. There's only so much preparing and podcasts and that we could do. You know what the best way that you guys are going to grow and that you're going to learn is by actually doing it. I'm like literally telling you the secret to success, just do it. That's how you learn. That's how you grow, is to just do it. Stop prepping to do it. Stop listening to a podcast to go out and do it. That is not going to grow you very fast. It's going to take you forever. But if you go out there and talk to people, and even if you are stuttering and you're nervous as heck, guess what? You're a step closer. You're a step closer. And you do it again and again and again. And I think for me, the best thing I ever did was talk to strangers. I practiced on strangers because it didn't matter to me. I'm not going to see them again, right? So when you're like on vacation or you're at the grocery store, that's a great time because also they don't know you. They can't prejudge you. You can be like, I am the most confident person here. And you just put that on and let that shine. And eventually you're going to start believing it. It's going to be automatic to you. Okay. And if you guys don't have a theme song, I love the song by Sia, Unstoppable. It is affirmation in a song. If you don't know it, Google Sia, S-I-A, Unstoppable. It's a good song. Some days especially if somebody hated on me, I still get that. Maybe made a comment, bashed me or something. I still get that. Rejected or said, I don't want to do something I don't believe in or whatever. I play that song and it fires me up. There's got to be something you do. I'll be happy to do these every 2 weeks and we'll pour belief into each other and we'll be out there together. But you guys have got to feel it in here, and you have got to not be okay with where you are 90 days after. Other than Sean, because Sean did do the rank master, so congratulations, Sean. But if you're not happy 90 days after this big, huge event that we were just all at with all that momentum, and we sat at a table of executives and went around with tears in our eyes, giving our goals and what we were going to do to rock the rest of the year. And I want you to really look back and really think, are you doing enough? At the end of the day, are you doing the best you can? Or are you only doing what's comfortable? And I'm just being honest. You've got to get uncomfortable, guys. It's an ass. I don't know what your income goals are, but it's that financial security. And who deserves to have residual income every Monday? The people that are out there laying the bricks in the beginning, do, and your team will follow suit, and you're going to attract amazing people because your posture is just going to be contagious. So I'm just going to end it on that because I really want you guys to reflect on a lot of this information, a lot of this. And I did reflect, and I thought, I think my leaders in Team Break Free maybe require a little more accountability, step by step, like, you know, let's all do this together. Because I don't think that feeling like we were just like, great, you're a director, now let's go, everybody go out and duplicate this, and this is going to be awesome. It didn't work. I'm going to admit that. It didn't seem like it worked. I mean, I'm looking at the numbers and the reports, because I really thought for sure that after celebration, I thought we were going to be like seeing executives like crazy. And then when we did the spa thing, I thought everybody's going to be fighting for executive. And I'm just going to leave you with one last reminder. And I know I worked with some of you on this, so I know that you've done a week or 2 or 3 where you gave it your all because you were working for something. And I know that that felt different, right? And that's what you got to tap into more of the time, not less of the time, not once a year. Because reaching a rank and having it on your badge that isn't an actual rank that's earning you the income and that's getting you the team is nothing. That's nothing, right? Why did you work so hard for just to have it on your badge? You want the real deal. You want it to be authentic. So tap in to that power you had and that all that you gave for whatever reason that motivated you, and tap into that and start setting some goals. Keep yourself accountable, guys. Know what your actions are. We're on the 3rd week of this is week 3. You guys should know the leader in action is all in your back office. You should not only know it for yourself, that's how you should work with your people. You should say, okay, week 1, let's all work on this together. This is what I'm going to try to do. That's what you guys need more of. If I'm being honest, that's what you guys need more of. And it's going to grow your business. It's just it's down to a science. It will. That's why Isogenics uses the leader in action formula, because it grows your business. So, all right, we've been over an hour. I am so happy that we did this call. And, you know, I know that every one of you could just totally rock a team and lead a team. And you just have to really dig deep. And those of you who believe in it and who really want that, then every 2 weeks, this is a mandatory call that you should be on. And that you should, whether you had a crappy ass 2 weeks or a great 2 weeks, you come and you show up and you own up to it. And you say, this is what I did. This is what I could do better. And that's how you grow. So we will have to just really have to think about our goals. And I think that maybe we can put them in our team, in our leader page or something, and maybe think about them tonight, and maybe over the next 2 days, let's all manifest that shit, put it out there, type it in there, and it's in there, it's in writing, and you freaking focus on it for 2 weeks. So we're going to work on 2-week goals right now. Every 2 weeks, who are you going to work with this 2 weeks? What team member can you rank advance this 2 weeks? Or how many new consultants are you going to create to get your rank where it needs to be? Okay, whatever you think is most important for you right now, think about it over the next couple of days, and let's all put it out there, because I think that momentum is going to help all of us, right? And we're all going to be like working on it together. It's a lot of great energy, and I think that may be what we need. God, I hope so, because I'll tell you, I need you guys. I need Team Break Free to survive and to thrive and to have leaders grow. I want to see more people on stage. I want to see leaders emerge, real leaders, leading teams, creating consultants. I want that so bad. So, whoever's in it, let's just do this. Let's just do it. So, all right, great. I'm so excited you guys are on board. I'm just going to end the recording.